guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Rady's Rise. We're back here on my home turf, favorite filming spot location, because guess what? We have something updated and changed up from that iconic German brand. What is it? It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Audi SQ7. But before we get into this mid-size three rows in this thing, SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Audi, a lot of changes going on at that brand. They killed off the R8. They killed off, I missed the Audi TT, especially the RS. But they're still bringing performance with the good old ICE setup, especially when you're looking at the SQ7. Now, they decided to listen to what people were saying, and they made some changes specifically off of that information. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a mid-size luxury performance SUV, do you get one of these over a BMW X5 M? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, new color, love it, chili pepper red. Really has a nice pop of metallic color in the Florida sun. At the front of the business, you're gonna see a lot of changes. All new headlight housing. So we have LED daytime running lamps, turn signals, and our new headlights, all wrapped in a new housing. Love the way they blacked out most of the interior. Working our way down, new corner vents, fully functional to bring air not only for the heat exchangers, but also for aerodynamics. And I do like the way that they shaped that vent. Definitely doing a better job over the previous model year, where a lot of the vents were just fake. Now, as we come across the front grille area, you have that Auto Union badge, the 4 German brands forming together to form Auto Union. That's the Audi badge. We have a forward-facing camera. I like the little gloss black accents with the flat black, and then you have gloss black around the perimeter. This is speaking to me a lot more than if it was all gloss black. Down below, you'll notice you have full functionality on the lower lip. And remember, Audi is that company that first brought us the open face grille area. But let me know what you think about the new face of this SQ7. Now, as we rise up, same hood as the previous model year. You'll notice how it fits along the top of the grille. And then as we come around the bend, what are we working with wheel and tire setup? We got all new wheels, 22-inch optional wheels. Love that massive Y-spoke design. Very busy wheel to clean, but it looks so damn good. We got those ginormous Ronald McDonald calipers. They're as big as Ronald McDonald's freaking head, with the S badge on it. And when you see S, that's giving you extra performance. Continental Super Contact 6 tires. This is more of a track focused tire. And if you're wondering about the tire size, we're looking at 285 up front with a 35 series sidewall. Nice big rotors. Those rotors are over 15 inches in diameter. And of course, we have our adaptive suspension, and we have rear wheel steer. Plus, I like the fact that they paint everything that red hot chili pepper color all the way around the fender openings. Now, as we come down the side, gloss black on your mirror caps. You do have LED turn signals, which are great. I could do without the roof rails, but they kept the roof rails nice and low, flat black. You do have color matched on the door handles, and then just a little bit of gloss black along the lower door openings. And I like the fact that they stamped the Quattro name in the back of the trim. Remember, Quattro is an Italian word for 4. And when you see Quattro on an Audi, that means we have all-wheel drive. Plus, we have 4-wheel steer. Now, working our way back, you do have a large quarter window. Still surprises me that they're able to stuff 3 rows into this SUV. And remember, X5 is not a 3-row, it's a 2-row. Now, when we spin it around back, we do have some changes. You have that nice long roof spoiler. You know what my zonk's gonna be. Gotta get rid of this wiper. This wiper's gotta go. Tuck it underneath, but we have all new taillights, and Audi does a bang-up job. Blacked out on the badging, SQ7, obviously S standing for sport. We got the Auto Union badge, the Audi badge across the middle, and then working our way down to the ground level, we now have functional quad tip exhaust. In the past, they were fake. Last generation, they were fake. That was like an insult to all the enthusiasts. Now you have your quad tip on both sides, gloss black, staggered tips. My one zonk down below is this. Get rid of this stupid trim. It looks dumb. It's supposed to be like venting, I guess, or something, but come on, just make it smooth. And then you do have the capability to tow over 7,000 pounds with this vehicle. But let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Audi. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have one massive hood strut, and boy, oh boy, did they really go overboard with the plastic engine cover. But I do like the way it brought some of the red from the Sport badge onto the cover and the Audi badge. And as you can see, V8 underneath that plastic. So we have 4-liter twin turbo V8 pumping out 500 horsepower, 568 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds, quarter mile in 12.2 seconds at 113 miles an hour. And this has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now the car weighs 7,700 pounds. What am I saying? You could tow 7,700 pounds. This chili red metallic colored Q7 weighs a little over 5,000 pounds. MPGs 15 in the city, 21 on the highway. But very impressive to be able to tow over 7,000 pounds and have a really good 0 to 60 time. But why don't we fire it up so you can hear that new exhaust. All right, guys, we are in it to win it inside this 2025 Audi SQ7. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I work hard, I play hard, I want to enjoy myself. But I want to enjoy myself inside a performance-oriented SUV. I need an SUV, I got kids, they have crap, but I'm definitely not driving some soccer mom mobile. I'm digging this SQ7. How much is it? The way that this one is optioned, you're looking at a tick under $120,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Love the Audi materials. Leather up top with the stitching. That's real dry weave carbon fiber. You have 2 memory seat settings for the passenger seat. Alcantara with more leather and red stitching because this is an SQ7. Door pocket large enough for 4 bratwurst and a stein full of root beer, and we have the Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, I gotta zonk the gloss black. Way too much gloss black. But we got the dry weave carbon fiber. You have your red stitching, then you'll notice the Bang & Olufsen tweeter and speakers up top there. Slide on in. You got your 10.2-inch infotainment system screen. You can see how it uses the Google Maps and everything. Very easy to use. You got your updated home screen. And of course, when you go into, let me see if I can get this right. Sooner or later, Joe Rady's gonna get this right. Yes, there we go. You could pick up when you're doing your navigation, favorites, all that kind of stuff. And it's nice because it gives a little bit of a haptic kick when you're going and touching different things. So kind of nice to have that. You can come over here to your accessories, go back to navigation, whatever you got. It's all easily set up, 1, 2, 3 with the screen. Even when I go into things like drive modes, it shows up on the screen, then I could adjust it any way I want. We're gonna stay in dynamic mode because that's how we do it on Rady's Rides. That's the sport mode. You can see the racetrack. Down below, we got our 8-inch with all of our AC controls, hill descent control, heated seats 3 stages, ventilated seats 3 stages, so they got you covered there. Plus you got your dual climate and dual fan speed. Let me throw it into reverse so Steven could show you the backup camera. Nice clear resolution, Nice trajectory. Look how it moves a little bit there. That's kind of cool. Let you see around the corner. You got 3D. There we are sitting here. And then we're right back where we started. Just X out of it, go back home, boom. I'm gonna go back to navigation. There we go. Now that's where we started. You could change your drive select modes right on this portion of the display. You got your start stop button with a little bit of red around it, a real volume knob. This is gonna control that 8-speed automatic. I like the perforated leather. I don't like the way they don't give you a cover for the cup holder. This looks a little cheap, so that's a zonk. With your 12 volt, you got your dry weave carbon fiber all throughout. And then you got a place for a German Twinkie. Nice leather. You could actually extend this up a little bit. Open it up, very small. Wireless charging and just one Rolex. You could only just put one Rolex, not all 5 of your Rolexes in there. And then the seats, the leather, the S embossed. Look at the red stitching, nice bolstering, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. I got Alcantara all over the headliner, and we have that power sunshade for our panoramic sunroof, and for an additional 5 horsepower, we have our bright red seatbelts for everybody. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a steering wheel with the S badge on it I want to show you. Come on over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory settings for the driver's seat. Love that illuminated S sill plate, all nicely set up with the aluminum, and then pedal box right out of a freaking Audi race car. Love the large aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. You got nice finishes on your seat controls. Seats are great. They're gonna hold you in laterally, but they're not gonna give you the vice grip feel, which I'm sure you're gonna enjoy, feel a little bit more comfortable. Plenty of room, steering wheel. I just wish it was the wheel rim was a little thicker, but I do love the perforated leather, the smooth leather, the red stitching. There's that S badge I was telling you about. You got the Audi badge with that grille surround, flat black on the switchgear. Small plastic paddles behind the wheel. That's a little sad. Those should be metal and they need to be larger. But what I do like is that virtual cockpit in dynamic mode. That's what the gauges look like. You can change up the view. Really, really nicely done. And then there's tons of information that you could scroll through over there on the left, even your fatigue. That gauge is off. I'm feeling way more fatigued than that. Let me show you also when we go into our other modes, you can see how it changes up really nicely there. But why don't we go ahead, we talked about up front, we still got 2 more rows, believe it or not. Let's get back there and show you what your passengers are gonna experience in this SQ7. All right, guys, mid-row time in this luxury performance SUV. I love the way they got the seats right, even in the back with the stitching. Gotta zonk the cargo nets. You put a dagger, Steven's got a throwing star, he puts it back here, it's gonna rip right through that. You got a nice command center though. AC vents, dual climate, dual fan speed for your rear seat passengers, and you have heated seats. But what in the hell is going on? No ventilated seats. That's a zonk. 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs. Seats are comfy, and I love the way you have the additional air vents, like over here, the AC vents in the frame, with your Bang & Olufsen speakers everywhere. There's Bang & Olufsen speaker. I think I'm sitting on one. You got your manual sunshades, carbon fiber. Really, really nicely set up in here. Now these seats do slide, believe it or not. All 3 slide separately. So I could actually just slide this middle one here, believe it or not. There it goes. Ugh. Use a little muscle. There you go. Then we put it back. You do have, it's soft. Open this up, little tiny cup holders for little cappuccinos or something. And then, like I said, everybody and their mother gets a red seatbelt. But I'm gonna fold myself up like a ham sandwich and try to get in that 3rd row. So let's get back there so we can all make fun of me. All right, guys, I could barely breathe, but I squeezed myself back here. One thing to know is that everybody's gonna have to take one for the team if you want anybody to sit in this 3rd row, because the whole mid row needs to be moved forward. As you can see, how far forward it's moved so that I could get my feet back here. I mean, other than that, you're just gonna have to cut your feet off and then you can get your 2 bloody stumps back here. But knees are way too high. I'm sitting way too upright. I'm not touching the headliner, but I'm pretty damn close. And the other crazy thing is, no AC vents. So if you want to find out if your third row passengers have taken a shower, you're gonna find out. Or if they're wearing deodorant, you're gonna find out. That's for sure. The nice thing is everybody gets red seatbelts. So that's the one plus. But it is what it is. Your BMW X5 doesn't have a third row. Let's get in the cargo area because I want to go on throttle in this SQ7. All right, guys, cargo area time. Hit the button right underneath the Audi badge, rises up. I have the third row up. Now, I think the majority of people, 99.99% of the people that own one of these is gonna have the third row down because you only have 14 cubic feet of space. Now, to put the third row down, it's real simple. We do have our switch gear right here. We're just gonna push down and go figure they go down. But you do have to hold your finger on the buttons. Flippity flop, floppity flip. And then we also do have our Nürburgring Nordschleife Twinkie cargo net for your box of Twinkies. And you're able to actually lower with the adaptive air suspension, lower the rear of the vehicle to help you get things in and out. Now, if you fold down that mid row, what are we talking about now? So basically we went from 14 cubic feet of space. Now you're looking at 35 cubic feet of space. Fold down the mid row, you're looking at 68 cubic feet of space. But why don't we go ahead? It's not just about the space in this SQ7, it's how it goes on throttle. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go for a little spin in this SQ7. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Audi SQ7. I have it in dynamic mode, which remember is sport mode. And I've shut off all the things like traction control and everything. But right away, you're gonna love the comfort of the seats. I really feel like besides the gloss black in front of the passenger seat, Audi does an amazing interior. They really do. The steering wheel feels fantastic. Seats feel and look amazing. But of course, we are here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to go on throttle. I'm gonna take the shifter and push it towards the passenger. That's gonna give me manual control of the 8-speed by using the paddles. And if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice pop from that exhaust. Wow. This thing builds steam very, very quickly. Of course, we have that rear wheel steer to help get us around some of the tighter corners. But that Quattro system, that Quattro all-wheel drive system, I mean, there's a reason why Audi has been as competitive as they are when it comes to their rally pass, when it comes to road racing. The all-wheel drive is just fantastic. It's rear-wheel drive base. It sends power to the front when needed. And I just love the hum of the V8. The other good part of the news is that, guess what? You're not getting a bunch of fake noise piped in, which is really, really nice. I'm happy to see that and to not hear it. Let's go from a dead stop. I'm gonna use the paddles once again. First gear. On throttle, here we go. Man, once you get up to 3,500, she pulls like a freight train. Look at that. Oh my God. Nice smooth downshifts. I just wish the paddles were a little bit larger and they were made out of metal, not plastic. Super balanced, very, very composed, and just feels good, as it should. Getting to the over 10-inch infotainment system is well within reach. And then of course you have that separate 8-inch screen for all your seat controls, AC controls, all those different things. Visibility out the front is great. I like the fact that it doesn't look like the hood is sticking out a mile away from me. But it's the seats, man. They hold you in nice, but they feel good for everyday use. Not always easy to get that done, that's for sure. The way that the steering gets the communication, the steering wheel gets the communication from the front wheels and tires is really, really nicely done. You kind of exactly know what both the front and the rear of the car is doing at the same exact time. And another thing you're gonna like about rear wheel steer is gonna be making U-turns. It allows you to make a U-turn so cleanly, so easy, even for a larger SUV like this SQ7 is. But really nice shifting. On throttle, here we go. Love the sound of that V8. And you'd be surprised, even with the 22-inch wheels, the ride is not harsh at all. It really is not. Feels really, really good. Back on the brakes. Nice turn in. Here we go. Just a balanced setup here when it comes to how this vehicle performs. Very balanced. On throttle. Nice, look at this. And then the way that they did the sound deadening material, you're not getting a bunch of road noise, you're not getting a bunch of wind noise. Very, very fast shifts though. That's my favorite part, is how fast it upshifts and downshifts. Holds a line beautifully. God, this thing is a freaking animal. It's an animal, man. It really, really is. And then watch how easy it is to make a U-turn. Watch this. Piece of cake. But we gotta go on throttle one more time. I'm in second gear. Let me slow down a little bit here, get it right in the sweet spot of the torque delivery. 3,500. On throttle, here we go. On those brakes. See how she holds a line? Just so nice. But man, did they knock it out of the park with this Q7, this SQ7, on how it performs. It is fan-freaking-tastic. But we gotta get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day with this Audi. We gotta thank everybody at Audi USA for allowing us access to this press fleet vehicle. But let me know what you think. Are the goods brought on this updated SQ7, or are you gonna go with a BMW X5? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta give it up to Stephen Flood. He misses the Audi TT RS as well, but he would be happy with an RS3 right about now. Show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.